Listen now, I'm about to reveal a coin. I'm planning to make $500,000 from just a $10,000 investment. Just recently I gave you Yi on Ethereum, a 51x play. Last week it was Mooncat, a 21x from the exact bottom entry I shared with you. These were the only two coins I was holding and I was very public about it. Today I truly reveal a tiny cap that can 100x in upcoming couple of months. All you would have to do is just buy and hold. But I don't want you to just be hyped about it. I want you to understand real, true, underlying value behind the asset. I want you to become better at this game so you can outperform like many of subscribers of this channel did. This is how millions are being made in this space. And this is the only way to make them. Absolutely no time to waste. Press the like button. Let's get started. The structure of today's video is presented right here. Let's not waste any time and dive into right away. Pump Fund versus Let's Bonk. War between Pump Fund and Bonk Launchpad is quite obvious at this stage. Thus far, markets seem to think Bonk is winning and taking over. It's much easier to overtake when you focus on just one thing and push hard with it, which is Bonk Launchpad doing in comparison to Pump Fund, trying to launch and focus on many things in comparison. Plus, Bonk guys are using the tool I was screaming about for 1+ years, meme coins, as marketing. Meme coins are evolution of airdrops for platforms and are the best marketing tools ever known to internet. Majority of marketers and experts don't even realize and think in that direction yet. There is no better way for Web3 product to actually market itself through pumpage of ecosystem meme coins. It's just the best way out there. You heavily benefit loyal holders of the ecosystem, you punish traders and short-term flippers, and you give people free money so they can gamble, participate in your ecosystem, which is effectively free marketing, as well as make money in the process. That's a win-win-win situation, and absolutely a very, very important thought. This is absolutely not achievable in any Web2 marketing at this stage. We are at the forefront of the whole setup with smartest people finally understanding this as a tool. I've been screaming on it for 1.5 years plus at this stage. Solana founders, in a way, they adopted this with essentially they were buying some from Solana Foundation, but really Godbit did the whole magic with Bonk, and we are specifically talking about Bonk ecosystem coin today. And here are some results in terms of the war that has happened between launchpads at this stage. Bonk just flipped Pump Fund in 24-hour volume. Very interesting data at this stage. Let's move on. Yi and Mooncat case. I like to buy into projects that have underlying very clear business value underneath, or a crazy narrative where the real true value of the project is much higher than what the market marks it with right now, because this is how you make money. You buy things when they're cheap, when people don't realize, don't recognize, and you sell when market finally prices in the fair valuation of the asset. Two recent cases, one from the last couple months, one from the last week. Case number one, Yi. Pep arrival way before crypto even started. Heavily undervalued, gave a bottom call at $2.8 million. First talk about it on the channel at $300,000 in market cap, 51x from that levels. Again, why I'm showing it here is because it's a pure clear scenario of the asset being heavily undervalued and fair valuation of the asset being much higher than the valuation of the asset at that time. And I'm specifically focusing on the assets that you can actually just be holding. I don't want to play this game in terms of trading and things like that, because with this plays, it's 100x in the last 2 months. Very few people got 100x's with size in the last 2 months. Case number two, Mooncat 21x just last week. Market doesn't understand what actually is happening. Look at Pump Fund promo video and what are they focusing on. Here is a piece of Pump Fund ad in connection to the launch of the coin. It is heavily focusing on retail. It is heavily focusing on streamers. You have to see through the thing. You have to understand what are the biggest businesses in this space are betting on. What are they doing? This is the way you make money. This is the best way actually making money here. They're focusing on streaming, they're focusing on retail. Why? Because they know where the most desirable money are. Everyone wants retail, everyone wants exit liquidity. If you are controlling retail capital flows in this market and in the world in general, in stocks as well, you are effectively a god. No one needs always negative, skeptic crypto dorks. They will come anyway or become exit liquidity. Bunch of crypto dorks actually became retail exit liquidity. When something like Chill Guy was pumping, this already happened. It will just happen heavily heavily moving further. It's hard to make them believe. It's hard to fool them and take their money. They are purely cancer for this space. I'm talking about crypto dorks, which I'm personally myself probably one as well. People who are present in this space, who know stuff, who are skeptics, right? These are not type of people that you want to hunt for with your projects. You want actual retail, actual people who will believe, who would hold, and who will actually be making money. And 100%, there will be people that will be joining this cycle that will be making way more money than people who are here in this space for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. There won't be a lot of them, but they will. Why? Because they don't have these bad experiences in their hands. They just buy, they just hold, they chill, they're taking the money, they're playing it all right. They don't have any doubts. Who's controlling most of the retail inflows out of all launchpads and companies out there? Correct, Moonshot. That's why I bet on Mooncat and gave you a public 21x last week in a matter of days. I called the bottom, 3 days later it was 21x already. It's very beneficial for these platforms to pump meme coins. They attract retail, they give free liquidity, receive free marketing, and also execute best marketing ever possible. No one can compete with that. Case 3 I'm uncovering today. The third case I'm covering today. Case number 1, 51x, case number 2, 21x, case number 3, I'm actually uncovering today. Making money betting on businesses. Many people say meme coins don't have value and are worthless. Yeah, that's because these people don't understand shit and should have zero influence. That's essentially my personal opinion, right? This space is unique because you can actually make money when two businesses are battling for the market share. Because the way they do it is give away free money through pumping ecosystem meme coins. Again, just an evolution of airdrops. You have to view meme coins truly in connection to Web3 products, to Web3 ecosystems, purely just as evolution to airdrops. This view changes everything. You have to adopt it. Same way as meme coins are evolution of NFTs. Both of them are way better in the essence, and both of them, believe me, are staying for way longer than you actually think. So all you have to do is read what businesses in this space have to do in order to win, if they're not fucking dumb. Not pointing fingers at anyone here, right? Pick the right assets and hold, because you're holding not because of the narrative. You're holding not just because of the art. You're holding not just because of the community. You're actually holding because there is a real underlying vehicle making money and generating revenue, specifically interested in the growth of the asset, in the growth of this meme coin, right? Some businesses, unfortunately, they never seen that, right? Some businesses, they're starting to see this, despite the fact I've been screaming about it for 1.5 years plus already. You know it very well if you're an OG viewer of this channel. The coin I'm covering today is a premier project of Bonk ecosystem with a very good narrative. Read, current value is far below actual value. This is what actually good narrative means. It just means that the current value of the coin is undervalued, heavily undervalued, in comparison to the fair valuation of the coin out there. High quality and very good potential in the upcoming several weeks. Narrative familiarity. This is something you have to focus on. Any product that is looking to sell itself to people, talking of any cryptocurrency is definitely considered one, is looking to spend marketing budgets in order to get people familiar with the product first, in order to after that convert a certain percentage of people into buyers, REIT holders here, right? Products that are using the marketing spread of tokens that are well known in this space already. For example, they spent millions and tens of millions on marketing and education of the market on them, generally have best risk reward. In crypto, they're called beta play. So you have some main plays which spend tens of millions of dollars on actually letting people know that there are plays like this, right? There is Dogecoin, there is Shiba Inu, and all these plays that are considered beta plays to this coin, that are just parasites that are using these marketing dollars and are considered beta plays, they have in general way better risk reward in this space out there. Some examples: Pepe, Bread, right? Bread is Boys Club, it's a parasite to the narrative, to the marketing spend of Pepe out there. Doge, Shiba, same thing. Shiba is Doge rival, things like that. Doge, Nero as well. This cycle we had Nero, which is a Dogecoin sister. It was a very easy narrative to sell because why? Because it's Dogecoin sister. Why Binance took over this thing? This is the only coin that Binance actually took over of, because they've been in this space for so much time. They understand good narratives, 100%. They understand them very, very well, etc. There is endless cohort of beta plays and coins being parasites to one another just because it's way cheaper, more effective, and less risky to use executed familiarity than to build it from scratch. Obviously, you're getting some issues that you're essentially setting up the ceiling for your coin because people think that it cannot go bigger and larger than the alpha play, right? But it's still better in terms of the risk reward, in terms of the money you have to spend, in terms of the time you have to spend explaining the narrative. It's way better to be a better play to something else out there than just try to create something from scratch. Nero, Dogecoin's sister, reached a market cap of 1 billion back in November of 2024. It was launched by at least 5 different cabal teams, having strongest influencers like Ansem, for example, on board, and eventually cabled by Binance itself. Why? Because of the ultimate insane strength of the narrative, but mainly because of the marketing dollars that Elon Musk spent on getting people familiar with Dogecoin. He got people educated on Dogecoin. He spent hundreds of millions of dollars on it, right? And that's why Binance took over Nero this cycle as well. Very important information. Nero is easy to sell narrative. Dogecoin sister, nice and sweet. But we're not talking about Nero today. I'm just explaining the whole thought process so you would understand these whole things, because you have to become better in this game. You have to understand these things. They are not trivial. No one is talking about them. No one is explaining them to you, because none of them actually want you to be better. They just want to use you as exit liquidity. Art and effort. Now, art and effort. Why is it so important? Because art of the Memecoin project specifically shows to the current holders and potential future holders what is the level of effort that is actually applied to the project. If art is great, if things that happen around the project are great, if it's in general of a high quality out there, that definitely means that there is a team that is paying attention, that is actually working on a very nice high quality levels in terms of pushing and pumping the meme coin out there, in terms of delivering good stuff, in terms of attracting good people out there. Art is very important because art lets you understand what is the level of effort around the project. In other words, how serious the team is. Very important. If these are people with multiple real world and crypto successful business experiences, good name in this space and good insights, chance of success is much higher than if you're just following a group of 90-year-olds on drugs, rugging everything they touch. You can agree with that, it's obvious. Good art is very important. It's not a 100% metric to show that the project is going to be a success, but it's a very important piece in the equation. Art on the project I'm presenting today is top-notch from my point of view. Finally, what is this meme coin? So what is this meme coin? What has business appeal, specific focus and weight in battle happening on the market right now for the market share of the most financialized industry, of the most hype type narrative, which is meme coins this cycle, which are launchpads in the world getting ready to absorb billions of retail dollars. What is the bet you can make in order to win and make money on 2 entities in this space fighting for market share? There are truly more entities. What has narrative familiarity and must repeat the path of Nero and Dogecoin, but is very low right now in its valuation? What has real effort put into it, and what has insane chart structure ready to send to absolutely Valhalla? Are you ready, guys? I am presenting to you Momo, which is a Bonk's sister. Momo is the coin from the Bonk ecosystem out there. Meme coin I'm talking about is Momo, which is Bonk's sister. There is a lot of LARP narratives in crypto that don't make sense and just being created too far. There is very few real good stuff that is actually based on something, especially based on the facts that were present way before they were tokenized, way before platforms were even created and started to dominate crypto space. Guys, think about he as well. First time I shared with you was at 300,000 in market cap, 51x just at this level. It should be going way higher, much higher from these levels. It should be going to new all-time highs very soon. The reason for that is because it actually based on a narrative that was present before these things were tokenized. It's not just LARP. And here I'm showing some proof. I'm showing some proof right now. First of all, some very important alpha from Gustavo. Doge plus WEEF plus Shiba Inu are all based on real social media dogs. For those that don't know, Bald Ties on Instagram is the dog that Bondcoin is actually based on. We go on the BaldZ Instagram, 750,000 followers. This is the dog that Bondcoin is based on. This is the dog that all the ecosystem, the whole ecosystem is actually based on. This is the dog. Listen to me. This is the dog that kicked off meme season on Solana. This is one of the oldest meme coins on Solana. This is the dog that was used by Godbit and Solana Foundation in order to bring billions of dollars in terms of volume, in terms of activity on Solana chain. You have to understand these things. And what do we have on the Instagram page of Momo, which is Bonk's sister? We have someone tagging Bald Ties, which is dog behind Bondcoin, and Bald Ties, the dog behind Bondcoin, saying Momo is my lost sister. Now, I want you to understand the narrative. I want you to understand the size of the narrative out there. We have Bonk, which is the main coin of the main platform, which is acting crazy currently. All eyes are on Bonk. I don't want to bash anyone. I would argue that truly there are no premium meme coin narratives in Bonk ecosystem at this stage. Some coins are launching, some coins are pumping, but truly premier narrative in terms of the meme coins that are present on Bonk ecosystem, Let's Bonk at this stage, I won't say that there are any like of the insane level. I won't say they are at this stage. They are nice, but narrative wise they could be better. This thing is pretty insane. This thing is pretty crazy. Momo is 100% Bonk lost sister. Here is some art. This is something I essentially was saying about the art that is also present around this project. Just look at the quality of the things out there. Show me crypto projects that have this type of art. It's absolutely insane to me. Look at this website. It's very simple, right? But it's so clean. It's so nice to actually be there to check out the information here. It's short, right, but it has nice picture of the dog, the logo of the whole thing. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely insane. Again, the art should be the indicator of showing what is the appeal of the project going to be, how serious is the team, what type of quality they're actually producing from their end. Moving further, loyalty above everything. Bonk ecosystem members desire to support the ecosystem and the token that made them rich. Bonk guy, probably like the most famous guy in terms of the meme coins on X out there, probably on the level of Murad, maybe Ansem at this stage. He got like insane plays, he got his useless meme coin out there currently as well. And this is something I just wanted to share. This is something he just shared yesterday. I have zero ownership of the Bonk platform. Get paid zero. To the contrary, I've had several competing launchpads try to offer me incentives to support them and I've declined all. My full focus is on Bonk. I have a future 50 million plus Bonk P&L riding on this, potentially 100 million plus, God willing. So for those wondering if there is something I'm hiding, maybe my bags winning and me ending up taking the most legendary meme coin perps trade of all time, God willing, is incentive enough. So yeah, I guess you can call me the Bonk Whisperer. Bonk Echo truly feels like old school of crypto, when people trusted each other and were rooting for each other and actually cared about each other and actually were holding. And there are reasons for that. You know, it's not just my feeling. I can provide you a specific, clear, logical reason why is it so. It is so because it's not effective at this stage. It's because it's a new ecosystem at this stage. From the market point of view, it's not effective currently. None of the tools that are present on Pump Fund in order to take your money, in order to rug you, in order to create volumes, in order to wash farm, in order to bundle, none of these tools are yet available on Bonk. This is one of the reasons. If we remove all the fluff, it's probably the main reason out there, right? And then we can add all these things on top that has very nice whales. They're pushing new product, they're trying to put more money into the ecosystem, they're supporting projects of the ecosystem. It's a very unique Solana community out there. Like these people, they're definitely not like negative. If you've been in this space in the last couple of weeks, it feels very nice. This is essentially the picture of Momo out there. This is what Momo has on its X page. Like, just look at this art, guys. Look at the picture of this dog. Look at this art. Absolutely insane. Stupid symbol value project calculus. So right now I would want to put some logical numbers on the whole situation out there, because again, I want to share projects that actually have insane narrative on this channel and actually have insane mismatch between the current valuation and the fair value for the project, and on top of that, ideally have business value of that all. Last play I was sharing like that was Indian Blast. It essentially went up from $2 million to $60 million. The time I'm sharing this is actually even lower in terms of the market cap, right? And it has all three. It has all three at this stage. So we would obviously focus on the comparison in between Nira and Dogecoin, because Nira is Dogecoin's sister and Momo is Bonk's sister. Nira all-time high was $1 billion. Dogecoin at the time was $30 billion. Not 30, but $50 billion, right? 50x difference, as stated here. Momo right now is at $1 million in market cap. Bonk is at $1.8 billion in market cap. Momo's 2-bit fair value, if we would just divide $1.8 billion by 50x, is 36 million. This is just like stupid valuation, right? But there is there is something you have to focus on. We also have to note that Dogecoin is the coin of a previous cycle, with a lot of holders not paying attention to the market and what is happening again. Nero was also not a Dogecoin ecosystem coin. Nero went on Ethereum, and Dogecoin actually has its own blockchain, if you didn't know. Very few holders of Dogecoin knew about Nero and like to buy anything in Ethereum ecosystem. Very few of Nero whales are actually Dogecoin whales. Here, in this situation, might be different. I want sure might be different. A lot of holders of Bonk will get to know about Momo, Bonk's sister, and buy to support Bonk ecosystem that made them rich. Not rich, like reaching out to someone, but rich. Seeing Momo emerging as a premier narrative and asset in the Bonk ecosystem. Again, the outline there is that they would want to support the coins of the ecosystem that actually made them rich, the Bonk, right? And from me being in the ecosystem and providing you with the daily updates, I did not see any crazy insane narratives thus far. I did not see something that can really be picked up by Let's Bonk team and just be used as the main meme coin out there of all this echo. There is nothing better from my point of view narrative wise from Bonk's sister, which is Momo. And it always will have focus on Bonk itself, which is very, very important as well. Another piece of art as well, guys, just look at this stuff. It's absolutely insane. Here I'm showing a screenshot from a wallet of mine. I hold $13,000 worth of Momo at this stage, which is exactly 1%. And this is essentially why the video is titled the way it's titled. Because I truly believe it can go to at least $50 million. And now let's not just listen to me, let's listen to some people who are current holders of the coin as well, why they are bullish, what type of things they have to share as well. Selling the best narrative on Bonk Fun, under 1 million, you're never gonna make it. Very, very important take. The best narrative on Bonk Fun. Guys, this is why I'm presenting these coins to you. This is why I'm telling you, these are the coins I'm holding. Out of all the coins I was presenting to you, this is the third one I'm actually holding myself. Wealth is certainly not for the weak. Study narrative, study culture. Momo is going right where it deserves, next to its brother Bonk. Momo probably has one of the best narratives on Solana right now, an original meme. It's literally just Bonk long lost sister. It's launched on Bonk Fund with major support from holders, chart is primed for breakout. Very interesting that this exchange happened 63 weeks ago, more than a year ago, guys. Also, you have to understand things that are happening way before the narratives were present already, way before they were tokenized. These are not just LARPs. They just tend to be tokenized currently, but these are not just LARPs. This is very, very important. Momo is just doing crazy things. Like, I don't usually overcommit to backs, but I have here because my gut is telling me that Momo is the one we've been waiting for. Remember, all it takes is one. Momo is Bonk clone lost sister. If you don't think this has narrative, you're crazy. Momo looking like it could become part of the upper echelon Bonk echo-wise. I'm specifically focusing on people talking about the narrative here, because in this space, what adds the most, other than businesses who are present in this space actually like putting money and pumping certain coins to have more exposure, right, is narrative. It's very, very important. I do believe it's also by far the strongest narrative in terms of the whole Bonk ecosystem at this stage. Looking like it could become part of the upper echelon Bonk echo-wise. No idea who team is, but they've done a beautiful job so far and seems to be under a lot of KOL's radar at the moment. Momo is Bonk's sister and we love her. Still fading Momo. JSP host and the Momo community are quietly building something real, a strong, loyal community ready to ride these 200 million and bring some serious energy back to Solana. No insiders, no cabal, no pump and dumps, just pure organic growth and Bonk Inu real sister called Momo. Last warning. It's already at least 3x from these levels. At least 3x. At least 3x from yesterday. The strengths of Momo is being shown most are bleeding at the minute. But we are just shy of it's also a very interesting take, because when Bitcoin dominance started to drop heavily, a lot of alts started to pump, a lot of meme coins that are present on exchanges started to pump as well because people are leveraged long in them. A lot of on-chain memes that don't have leverage enabled, they started to dump like crazy or just stay at the same levels, right? Momo continued to grow up. This is the strengths of narrative. These are the things you have to be focusing on. But we are just shy of our last all-time high before going to 1 million. It won't be long before Momo is getting noticed. Look, the fuck in the moon is inside. Look at this art as well. Like, it's, man, so nice. This one is very interesting. Cryptotina, like, I do remember her from the previous cycle. And she's bullish Momo as well. I specifically checked her replies. She's not replying to anything, specifically this coin. I remember her from previous cycle, so this is the only reason I actually put her here. LFG, The meta with Momo is pretty epic, literally Bonk's sister, a long-term hold for sure. Crazy 50% candle just now which topped 1 million market cap. We ain't bullish enough. Something from Gustavo as well, in terms of Bonk guy, he will definitely be noticing over some time essentially as well. This is the whole overview in terms of the things I wanted to share at this stage. I wanted to provide you with the whole view in terms of the things I see, I hold, and I believe into. I believe it's going to be a very, very good play. I believe it's one of these few coins that you can actually hold, buy, hold, and do nothing. This is it. Thank you very much for watching. Stay healthy and rich. I shall be seeing you tomorrow.